The Young and the Restless spoilers a legacy in peril, the fallout of betrayal, ambition, and the heir dilemma in the simmering cauldron of Genoa City, where power, passion, and betrayal intermingle. A seismic event has set the stage for an unprecedented upheaval within the Newman Empire. Victor Newman, the formidable patriarch of Newman Enterprises and the beating heart of YNR for decades, now finds himself at the crossroads of destiny. A dramatic shooting incident, an event that has both stunned the loyal viewers and sent ripples throughout the family, has become the catalyst for rumors that Victor might be on the brink of departing from YNR for good. Worse yet, whispers abound that this critical event might be the prelude to his untimely death, leaving a void in the hearts of fans and threatening to dismantle the legacy he built over years of relentless ambition and ruthless determination. The shooting and the looming exit. The shooting incident, still shrouded in mystery, has become the proverbial sword of Damocles hanging over Victor Newman. As details continue to emerge, media outlets and dedicated viewers alike speculate that this tragedy might serve as a turning point in Victor's tumultuous life. Far from being a mere setback, the incident is being interpreted as a signal, a grim omen, that Victor is preparing to step away from the spotlight of YNR. In a world where every move is calculated and every decision is laced with risk, the very thought of Victor's exit from Genoa City has sent shockwaves through the community. With rumors intensifying that his death might not be a permanent farewell but rather a temporary intermission, fans are forced to confront the possibility that Genoa City could soon be without the indomitable force that is Victor Newman. A moment of resurrection and a crucial decision yet, in the midst of despair and uncertainty, a glimmer of hope emerges, a possibility that Victor, against all odds, might awaken from the brink of death. Should he regain consciousness, the ramifications of his revival are profound, for this moment would not only signal a personal rebirth but also herald a defining moment for the future of Newman Enterprises. With his life hanging in the balance, Victor's potential return carries with it the weight of a monumental decision, the appointment of his successor, the rightful heir to his empire. Over the years, Victor has meticulously crafted an empire that thrives on power, precision, and unyielding ambition. Now, as he contemplates the next chapter of his legacy, the question of who is truly worthy of inheriting the reins of Newman Enterprises looms large. The family dynamics within the Newmans are as complex as they are volatile, with each faction harboring its own ambitions and visions for the future. And in this intricate chess game, one name stands out: Adam Newman. Adam, the worthy heir? Victor's bond with his son Adam has always been a subject of intense discussion among both insiders and the viewing public. Unlike Nick and Victoria, who, despite their fervor and ambition, have repeatedly clashed with the very essence of Newman's legacy, Adam embodies a rare blend of ruthless determination and calculated intellect. To Victor, Adam represents the epitome of what Newman Enterprises needs to not only survive but thrive in an ever-evolving landscape. His capabilities, resilience, and deep understanding of the family business have convinced Victor that only someone with Adam's fortitude can continue to bolster Newman's strength and influence. The notion that Adam could be the rightful heir has not only resonated with Victor but has also ignited a firestorm of emotions among the rest of the Newman clan. In a decision that promises to redefine the balance of power, it is predicted that upon his revival, Victor will announce Adam as his successor, the sole heir to the coveted position of CEO of Newman Enterprises. For Victor, this is not merely a succession plan. It is a statement of intent, a declaration that the future of the family, and indeed the legacy of Newman, will be forged in the crucible of uncompromising strength and capability. The fallout, lawsuits and familial betrayal, however, the announcement of Adam's ascension is expected to ignite a fierce backlash within the inner circles of the Newman family. The repercussions of such a declaration are already palpable. Nikki, Nick, and Victoria, each with their own vested interests and ambitions, find themselves reeling from the prospect of being sidelined. Their dreams of wielding power, of steering the destiny of Newman Enterprises, are now threatened by a decision that they view as both unilateral and unforgiving. Incensed by the prospect of being left out of the family's financial empire, these key players are already mobilizing, considering legal action to challenge Victor's decision and stake their claim in the vast fortune and influence of the Newman legacy. It is a chilling realization for Victor, one that underscores the paradox of family and ambition in the ruthless world of business. In a move meant to secure the future of the empire, he now faces the very real possibility that his own kin, driven by greed and ambition, will turn against him. Lawsuits and internal power struggles loom on the horizon, promising to further destabilize an already volatile situation. The once impenetrable facade of the Newman family unity is fracturing under the pressure of conflicting interests and raw ambition. The alternative, a different heir, a different outcome? As tensions escalate and the stakes continue to rise, an alternate scenario has begun to circulate among the family and the loyal followers of Heir. What if, in a bid to mollify the dissenting voices and preserve a semblance of unity, Victor were to name Nick as his heir? Such a decision, though seemingly a compromise, is fraught with its own perils. Nick's temperament and past conflicts with other key family members have long cast a shadow over his ability to lead. While some might argue that appointing Nick could diffuse immediate tensions, it is far from clear that Victoria and Nikki, the very individuals who have already been vocal in their discontent, would accept such a choice without further strife. The alternative raises a critical question: could Victoria and Nikki ever come to terms with Nick's leadership, or would their ambition drive them to launch yet another legal battle in an attempt to wrest control from him? The answer remains shrouded in uncertainty. For Victor, the decision is not just about choosing an heir, it is about preserving the strength, legacy, and future of Newman Enterprises. In his eyes, a capable leader is the only safeguard against the myriad challenges that lie ahead, a leader who can navigate the treacherous waters of corporate warfare without being bogged down by personal vendettas and petty rivalries. The irony of ambition and the price of legacy. It is a bitter irony that, in his quest to secure the future of his empire, Victor must now contend with the very traits that have always defined the Newman family: ambition, betrayal, and an unyielding hunger for power. The unfolding drama is a stark reminder that in the world of Genoa City, loyalty is ephemeral and alliances can crumble in the blink of an eye. The pursuit of wealth and influence has driven even the closest of kin to betray each other, trampling over long-standing bonds in a relentless scramble for power. Victor's predicament is emblematic of the broader narrative that has defined Heir over the decades. A legacy built on strength and ruthlessness now finds itself at a crossroads, threatened by internal dissent and the unquenchable thirst for personal gain. The very factors that once propelled the Newman Empire to dizzying heights now threaten to be its undoing. And as the family braces for the fallout of Victor's imminent decision, the viewers are left to ponder the unsettling truth: in the relentless pursuit of power, even the mightiest can fall victim to their own ambition. The uncertain future of Genoa City. As Genoa City watches with bated breath, the impending announcement from Victor hangs heavy in the air. Whether he chooses Adam, whose capabilities have earned him the mantle of leadership in his father's eyes, or opts for an alternative that might momentarily placate some factions while inciting others, remains to be seen. What is clear, however, is that the reverberations of this decision will be felt for years to come. In the coming days, as legal teams are assembled and alliances are tested, the very fabric of the Newman legacy will be put to the ultimate test. The potential legal battles, the bitter feuds, and the high-stakes power plays that ensue are destined to redefine the dynamics of the family. Each move, each declaration, will not only determine the future of Newman Enterprises but will also shape the fate of every individual within the sprawling narrative of Heir. Victor, the once unassailable patriarch, now faces a future where his decisions might ultimately lead to his undoing. In a world where every gesture is scrutinized and every ambition carries a price, the legacy of Newman stands on precarious ground. The tension is palpable, the stakes are astronomical, and as the lines between loyalty and betrayal blur, one question remains at the forefront of every mind in Genoa City: who will ultimately inherit the legacy of power, and at what cost will that power be secured? For now, as the sun sets over a city built on secrets and ambition, the future remains as uncertain as ever, a turbulent horizon where every decision could either cement the Newman legacy or herald its complete and irrevocable collapse. The fight for power. A family tearing itself apart. Victor Newman, a man whose name is synonymous with power and dominance, lies in a hospital bed, his fate uncertain. Yet, while he fights for his life, the battle for his empire has already begun. His family, those closest to him, those he has nurtured, protected, and sometimes manipulated, are already circling like vultures, desperate to claim what they believe is rightfully theirs. But one thing is clear, Victor is not dead yet. And if he wakes up, he will come back to a world far more brutal than the one he left before the shooting. Because the people he trusted, his wife, his children, are already acting as if he is gone. Adam, the outsider who deserves the throne among all of Victor's children, Adam Newman stands apart. Not just because he is the most intelligent, the most ruthless, and the most business-savvy, but because he has never been fully accepted as a true Newman. The stain of being the illegitimate son has followed him his entire life, and despite his many attempts to prove himself, he has never been granted the one thing he desires most, recognition. Even his name is a reminder of his exile, Adam Wilson. He does not even bear the Newman surname, a fact that, despite his many accomplishments, continues to haunt him. While Victoria and Nick were born into the family, given every advantage and trusted with the empire, Adam has had to fight for every ounce of respect he has earned. And yet, despite being treated like an outsider, he has proven time and again that he is the most capable of them all. He possesses a business acumen sharper than his siblings. He has the cunning to navigate corporate warfare in ways that neither Victoria nor Nick ever could. And most importantly, he is the only one who understands what it truly means to earn power, rather than simply inherit it. Victor sees this. He knows that Adam is the only child who mirrors his own ambition, his own ruthlessness, his own survival instincts. That is why, despite their turbulent history, Victor finally decided Adam would be his heir. But making that decision is one thing. Enforcing it is another. Nikki, the queen who wants the crown, Victor's wife, Nikki, has stood by his side for decades. She has loved him, fought for him, and at times, even fought against him. But love is not what drives Nikki now. It is power. For the first time in her life, she sees an opportunity, not to be merely the wife of a powerful man, but to be the one who sits on the throne herself. She wants to be the CEO of Newman Enterprises. She wants to be the one in charge. And in her mind, she is the only one truly worthy of it. But Victor does not agree. He has spent his entire life building Newman Enterprises from the ground up. Every decision, every battle, every sacrifice was made with one goal in mind, ensuring that his empire would stand the test of time. And now, as he watches his wife maneuver for power, he sees something that terrifies him: she will destroy everything he has built. Victor has always known Nikki was strong, but she has never been ruthless. She has never been willing to do whatever it takes to protect the company. And in Victor's eyes, that is not just a weakness, it is a fatal flaw. So despite Nikki's ambitions, despite her claims that she deserves the title of CEO, Victor has already made his decision. He will not let her have it. And Nikki? She will not take no for an answer. A family at war, it is a horrific irony. Victor is still alive, but his family is already dividing his empire. The battle lines have been drawn, and what should have been a time of mourning and unity has turned into a brutal fight for dominance. Nick and Victoria, furious that Adam has been chosen over them, are considering legal action to fight for their share of the empire. Nikki, feeling betrayed by her own husband, is making her own moves to ensure she gets the power she believes she deserves. And Adam, for the first time in his life, is on the verge of finally getting what he has always wanted, but at what cost? Victor, the man who built everything, is now nothing more than an afterthought in the minds of those he once trusted. His body is still warm, his heart still beats, and yet his family acts as though they are waiting for him to die. And that is what makes it so disgusting. Victor Newman is not just a businessman, he is a fighter. He has survived more betrayals, more attacks, and more power struggles than anyone in Genoa City. And if they think they can erase him before he is even gone, they are sorely mistaken. Because if Victor wakes up, there will be hell to pay. The question that changes everything as the war rages on, there is one question that lingers in the air: if Victor had chosen Nick instead of Adam, would Victoria and Nikki have accepted it? The answer is simple: no. Because this was never about who was best for Newman Enterprises. This was never about what Victor wanted. This was about greed. This was about ego. This was about each of them believing that they deserved more control, more power, more money. No matter who Victor had chosen, the result would have been the same. The family would have torn itself apart anyway. And that is the real tragedy. Not the shooting. Not the scandal. But the fact that the moment Victor showed even the slightest sign of weakness, the people closest to him pounced like scavengers. So what happens next? Does Victor die? Does he wake up and take revenge? Will Newman Enterprises survive this brutal power struggle? One thing is for certain, this is not just a fight for a company. This is a fight for the legacy of Victor Newman. And that? That is a war that no one will walk away from unscathed.